Republic Act No. 8353. An act expanding the definition of the crime of rape, reclassifying the same as a crime against persons, amending for the purpose Act No. 3815, as amended, otherwise known as the Revised Penal Code, and for other purposes. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the Philippines in Congress assembled. Section 1. Short title. This act shall be known as the Anti-Rape Law of 1997. Section 2. Rape as a crime against persons. The crime of rape shall hereafter be classified as a crime against persons under Title 8 of Act No. 3815, as amended, otherwise known as the Revised Penal Code. Accordingly, there shall be incorporated into Title 8 of the same code a new chapter to be known as Chapter 3 on Rape, to read as follows. Chapter 3. Rape. Article 266, A. Rape. When and how committed. Rape is committed 1. By a man, who shall have carnal knowledge of a woman, under any of the following circumstances. A. Through force, threat, or intimidation. B. When the offended party is deprived of reason, or otherwise unconscious. C. By means of fraudulent machination, or grave abuse of authority. And D. When the offended party is under 12 years of age, or is demented, even though none of the circumstances mentioned above be present. 2. By any person, who, under any of the circumstances mentioned in paragraph 1 hereof, shall commit an act of sexual assault, by inserting his penis into another person's mouth, or anal orifice, or any instrument or object, into the genital or anal orifice of another person. Article 266, B. Penalty. Rape under paragraph 1 of the next preceding article shall be punished by reclusion perpetua. Whenever the rape is committed with the use of a deadly weapon, or by two or more persons, the penalty shall be reclusion perpetua to death. When by reason, or on the occasion of the rape, the victim has become insane, the penalty shall become reclusion perpetua to death. When the rape is attempted, and a homicide is committed by reason, or on the occasion thereof, the penalty shall be reclusion perpetua to death. When by reason, or on the occasion of the rape, homicide is committed, the penalty shall be death. The death penalty shall also be imposed, if the crime of rape is committed with any of the following aggravating, or qualifying circumstances. L. When the victim is under 18 years of age, and the offender is a parent, ascendant, step-parent, guardian, relative by consanguinity or affinity within the third civil degree, or the common law spouse of the parent of the victim. 2. When the victim is under the custody of the police, or military authorities, or any law enforcement, or penal institution. 3. When the rape is committed in full view of the spouse, parent, any of the children, or other relatives within the third civil degree of consanguinity. 4. When the victim is a religious, engaged in legitimate religious vocation or calling, and is personally known to be such by the offender before, or at the time of the commission of the crime. 5. When the victim is a child below 7 years old. 6. When the offender knows that he is afflicted with the human immunodeficiency virus, or HIV, or acquired immune deficiency syndrome, or AIDS, or any other sexually transmissible disease, and the virus or disease is transmitted to the victim. 7. When committed by any member of the Armed Forces of the Philippines, or paramilitary units thereof, or the Philippine National Police, or any law enforcement agency or penal institution, when the offender took advantage of his position to facilitate the commission of the crime. 8. When by reason, or on the occasion of the rape, the victim has suffered permanent physical mutilation or disability. 9. When the offender knew of the pregnancy of the offended party at the time of the commission of the crime. And 10. When the offender knew of the mental disability, emotional disorder, and/or physical handicap of the offended party at the time of the commission of the crime. Rape under paragraph 2 of the next preceding article, shall be punished by prison mere. Whenever the rape is committed with the use of a deadly weapon, or by two or more persons, the penalty shall be prison mere to reclusion temporal. When by reason, or on the occasion of the rape, the victim has become insane, the penalty shall be reclusion temporal. When the rape is attempted, and a homicide is committed by reason, or on the occasion thereof, the penalty shall be reclusion temporal to reclusion perpetua. When by reason, or on the occasion of the rape, homicide is committed, the penalty shall be reclusion perpetua. Reclusion temporal shall be imposed if the rape is committed with any of the 10 aggravating, or qualifying circumstances mentioned in this article. Article 266, c. Effect of pardon. The subsequent valid marriage between the offended party, shall extinguish the criminal action or the penalty imposed. In case it is the legal husband who is the offender, the subsequent forgiveness by the wife as the offended party, shall extinguish the criminal action or the penalty, provided, that the crime shall not be extinguished, or the penalty shall not be abated, if the marriage is void ab initio. Article 266, d. Presumptions. Any physical overt act manifesting resistance against the act of rape in any degree from the offended party, or where the offended party is so situated as to render her, or him incapable of giving valid consent, may be accepted as evidence in the prosecution of the acts punished under Article 266, a. Section 3. Separability Clause. If any part, section, or provision of this Act is declared invalid or unconstitutional, the other parts thereof not affected thereby shall remain valid. Section 4. Repealing Clause. Article 336 of Act No. 3815, as amended, and all laws, acts, presidential decrees, executive orders, administrative orders, rules and regulations inconsistent with, or contrary to the provisions of this Act, are deemed amended, modified or repealed accordingly. Section 5. Effectivity. This Act shall take effect 15 days after completion of its publication in 2 newspapers of general circulation. Approved, September 30, 1997. Prepared by Taunton of PHILIPPINE, who is the lighted candle during my dark moments. Thank you.